now. That's not good enough. Hey now, welcome to episode number 28.
I'm awake. I'm sober.
Of the Batman on Film vlog. I am the founder of Batman on Film, Bill, Jett, Ramey. No witty Bill, Rick banter. I know all y'all love that witty banter, pre-show banter, but we're going to get right into it. Of course, if you like what we do here, patreon.com/BatmanOnFilm, and BOF is part of and the sponsor of the Batman Podcast Network, Batman Podcast Network, BatmanPodcastNetwork.com. Check out all the shows there. That's what I'm trying to do it fast so we can get rolling here. All right, yesterday, Comic-Con out in San Diego, Comic-Con International, San Diego. Warner Brothers held their annual panel presentation, and they pimped 3 DC films. That's it.
That's all they did.
And who's been saying that's all they should do? For sure, Shazam, Aquaman, and of course they did a little bit, showed a clip from Wonder Woman 1984.
Right.
Well done, Warner Brothers.
They didn't bring up a bunch of titles that may or may not ever get made, and bring out a bunch of directors that may or may not ever work for them.
Didn't do that.
They just focused on those 3 films. Big props.
Did they trot out Henry Cavill and have him introduce Shazam?
No, they did not.
No, they trotted out Zachary Levi, who is the star of Shazam.
Who had a Guinness in his hand, and he said he got it from Momoa backstage, which goes like, we'll talk about this in the Aquaman trailer chat, but that dude's a little too cool, man.
Yep.
Momoa's a little bit too cool.
He must have brought a little cooler with him. So, and you know, look, they're not driving; they got limousines. They flew them down there.
I could hang with Momoa, dude.
Yeah. So, 2 trailers. So, Wonder Woman, we're not going to talk about. That footage was not released online. It was strictly for the Hall H crowd, and that's cool. I mean, they just started really on this movie, and they're still right in the middle of filming, but I'm digging it. You know how I feel about Wonder Woman and Wonder Woman.
Everything about this.
I got nothing, no criticisms for that whatsoever. Nothing. So
perfect. She's perfect. The Patty Jenkins is wonderful. Yeah. The cast is great.
Yes. But Shazam and I almost said Shazam and Captain Marvel. Shazam and Aquaman, they had their trailers. I think they showed a special clip of Aquaman also for the Hall H crowd. Didn't see that either, so we're not going to talk about it. So let's talk about the trailers, Rick.
Yeah, there was an extended version of that for sure.
Which one? What do you want to do first here?
Let's talk about Shazam first.
All right.
Because I can't stop talking about this trailer, dude. Like, one of my favorite things about it is that I watched it with my kids yesterday 2 or 3 times in a row. I had it on my phone. They were pulling my phone away from me. After 3 viewings, I finally kind of connected the whole thing. But later, my 6-year-old was like, "Daddy, can we watch that movie trailer again?" I was like, "Shazam?" She's like, "Yeah." We watched that thing like 3 or 4 times in a row, just her and I. And I thought, you know, this is the first time I've been able to sit down and enjoy a DC live action thing. Like, we have Lego Batman, and it's very special that we have that, right?
Yeah.
And in fact, they wanted to watch that last night. We ended up watching Toy Story, which is a conversation for another day. It's still a great movie. But Hadley and I watched it. That's my 6-year-old, and I was just like, this is what this is all about. I'm going to be able to take this kid and share this experience with her. And I can, and if it is anywhere near how good I think it's going to be and how it looks, it's going to be a film I can go with my buddies that are my age. I can take my 22-year-old nephew to, or I can take my 6-year-old daughter to. And you know what? I'm going to enjoy it all the same, and so are they. I think that's what they're going for with this, I think. And I think they're onto something, because it looks really strong, man.
I absolutely love the trailer. I mean, I loved it. And it was, hey, props to David Sandberg, the director, whoever cut that thing. It was really, really done well. It says a lot, and just, you know, 2 minutes, how long it is, but you know, it tells the audience how he becomes a superhero. You know,
it looks
the wizard, and
it's funny, and everything hits for me. All the humor hits. It works. Yes. Nothing's contrived. Nothing's outlandish. It's just really fun.
Yes.
And again, I smiled through the whole thing, and my
it
daughter ate it up.
Yeah, it really hit me in the heart. It appealed to that 4, 5, 6-year-old Billy, as I was back then, right, Ricky, Joe? And yeah, and you know,
that's what it's all.
You know, yeah.
That's what it's all about.
It reminded me. Yeah, it reminded me. Yeah, let me real quick. It just reminded me of wearing the costumes that my grandmother, and my mom had made, pretending I was Batman. But I had a Captain Marvel costume when I was about 8. Whenever that show, the '70s Saturday morning show was out, my grandmother made that one actually, and it really hit that. You know that, and that's really the. I just posted an op-ed about. I still believe that we'll talk about that's what we'll segue. I really believe it should have been its own Shazam universe thing, Captain Marvel universe, because there's just something about being something special about being able to turn into something that's virtually impossible. For instance, the movie Big. Okay, there weren't people becoming grown-ups left and right in that universe. That was just one little incident, and that's part within that movie. So yes, it's part of the DC universe on film. I'm not going to call it DCU because that was all BS. So what's your take on that, Rick?
So I'm actually of two minds about this, and I was of two minds, but here's the thing. I have always also wanted Shazam to stand on its own, for two reasons. One, I think the tone that I wanted this to go for, I didn't think would match what they were doing and films like BBS, Man of Steel, Wonder Woman even. And secondly, I do agree that there's something that's really cool about those characters being fictitious to them, just like they are to us. They're a fan of the comic books. They're a fan of the movies. They're just Superman, Batman freaks. You know, DC characters in general, Marvel characters, superheroes in general. And then suddenly he becomes one.
Yes.
The first one ever. Never existed. There's something really special about that. With that said.
Yeah, because in the universe that Billy Batson lives in, you can become a superhero. Okay? It's not anything special. They exist. You get hit by lightning and have a lab accident, and then you got super speed. All right?
Here's what I'll say though. I'll push back on that, and here's why. I do agree with that in theory on the surface. That's what I would have preferred them to do. With that said, I have so much faith in this trailer that I'm going to put my confidence in the filmmaker in this and say, look, I'm along for the ride. This looks great.
No, I'm not saying that it makes me any less interested in it, or it's going to make the movie bad or poor. I think that, look, like I said, you can become a superhero in this, and that's the bottom line. You can become a superhero in this Shazam universe because it's part of the DC on film universe, and there's nothing remarkable in context talking about being in that universe. There's nothing remarkable about that happening. It happens.
One thing I'll say,
you get a ring from an alien space cop, and then you can do constructs and become a superpowered Green Lantern. I mean, it happens.
Right.
So, yeah.
I agree. I wish they would have gone the other way in theory. Obviously, at the end of the day, it's all going to come down to the execution of the film anyway.
Yeah.
But I'll say this. I was thinking about this after I read your op-ed. It's like, when I was growing up, I wanted nothing more than to be a working professional actor. And I looked up to people that were doing it in the industry, all the way from people like Laurence Olivier, because I was a theater nerd, to Meryl Streep, to Denzel Washington, and whatever. And because those actors exist, because that profession exists, it would not have been less special to me to have become that dream. Same thing if you're a young kid and you idolize Mickey Mantle or Nolan Ryan or whatever, and you become a famous, successful baseball player. You know what I'm saying? Like, that too is special. So that's kind of how I'm hoping they tap into this, is that Superman is Nolan Ryan. And Billy,
that's fine.
Billy Batson's going to be one of the greatest pitchers in.
Well, I get it. It's just it still takes away from the specialness and the the uniqueness of it. I'm not gonna, I'm gonna hold firm on that. I mean, look, it is what it is. I'm okay with it as long as if they limit it to what we've seen in the, a couple of the publicity stills and what we saw in the trailer yesterday. I'm fine. If they start dishing out cameos, that's gonna take me out of it a little bit. I'm just gonna be honest.
Well, just let it. But you're saying it's going to take you away from it if there's cameos. But how do you know the cameos won't work? They might work. You know what I'm saying? Look, I agree. Listen, I'm with you on this. I don't want Henry Cavill's next Superman performance to be a cameo in this film. We've talked about this a million times. But my guess is he probably is. There's been a lot of rumors, and now that this is all
Rick,
confirmed,
you're riding the fence on this, man. I'm going to call you on that right now. You're riding the fence a little bit on it.
I'm not riding the fence. Yeah. I'm saying that I'm trying to say, and all the things in theory that I wanted aren't necessarily the way this is playing out. I'm saying that just because I didn't necessarily want a Henry Cavill Superman cameo in the film doesn't mean it won't work. I'm going to wait to see it to find out. And I've also said this. That's cool if they do that with him, and I'll say this a million times so I'm blue in the face, he just better get a sequel. He just better get a sequel to Man of Steel.
I don't see why you would put him in this film in a cameo and not do a Superman sequel with him.
I agree.
That's beyond asinine, in my opinion.
Well, the thing that fascinates me the most about this, Bill, is it opens up the door so much for conversations about Batman. Because it's obviously confirmed yesterday 100%. Because, throughout this whole thing, I've said to people, look, it's not as likely, but all these newspaper clippings and the Time magazine, those could just be movie props. Just like that. That's from the film, right? You don't live in Bryan Singer's Metropolis, do you?
No. Do I?
No. That's my point. It's stuff like this. And I've got friends that have
I got more.
Frank's got a bunch of papers from The Dark Knight.
I do too. Yeah.
Yeah, and he could have them in a, saying, so that could have been the case. I got a little ridiculed about that on Twitter just for suggesting it was possible.
I have
it's all good.
I have a letter from the Joker from The Dark Knight in a box that I was sent that had a Joker T-shirt. It was part of the marketing, and they sent it out to a few people. Actually, Emma Thomas gave it to me, but. And it was, a letter from, okay, now, all right, clown, now you're part of the gang. We're going to meet up at such and such, and I'm not in no one's Gotham either.
So they could have had that, and I was thinking that's the route they were going to go with it, or possibly go with it, not necessarily.
And that would have been cool.
I thought it was probably 50-50. Yeah, it would have been really cool. And again, I do agree with you in the sense that it would, I think, is a better formula. But that trailer's so good that all I'm saying is like. I'm going to judge everything. If I found out today that it's confirmed that Superman has a cameo in the film, which I think he probably does, I'm just going to say, cool, let me see how it plays out. It's a little dangerous, in my opinion, but maybe they can pull it off. Again, the trailer has built up so much goodwill and confidence for me for this film that I'm just cruising, man. I'm not fence-sitting. I'm just cruising.
Yes, there's not – we're going to move on to Aquaman. We're going to do a quick one here. I will say that I'm still very much excited for this film.
And you say so in the op-ed.
Very much excited for it. I have been. I have been for years. I'm not going to let I'm not going to let my narrative make me not like a film. Because I've seen that before. Right, Rick? You've seen that with,
well, you've seen it before.
You've seen it with Dark Knight Rises. I'm sorry.
You've seen it the other way around as well, too.
Yeah.
There's people that... Yeah, anyway, I'm going to get into all that.
That's a whole other can of worms. But
this makes my head spin. Right.
But I still firmly believe...
Don't write a movie in your head, Dark Knight Rises, Last Jedi fans. Don't write the damn thing in your head.
Yeah.
Let it be what it is and just judge it based off that.
Yeah, exactly. So, if you're... Okay, I'm just going to move on.
Listen. Let's end it this way.
Yeah, I got a lot of thoughts.
Did you love that Shazam trailer?
Yes, absolutely.
Are you excited for the movie?
Yes, 100%.
Let's leave it there because we are both on that same page.
But I can have an opinion, can I, Rick?
You can absolutely have an opinion,
film is very
I mostly agree with your opinion. Yes. I'm not quite as hard on it as you are, but I get totally where you're coming from. Again, if I hadn't seen the trailer, I would be with you this whole time saying, you know, just like you are, but just the trailer itself I just went, I'm gonna trust this thing.
Okay.
All right, let's move on.
Let's go. Aquaman.
Okay, so I watched it yesterday a couple of times, right? And I was underwhelmed by it. I thought it looked cool, but I was like, I'm still excited for it, but I'm a little underwhelmed. I thought maybe I'm such on a Shazam high that maybe I should have waited a day because it really was a little anticlimactic, you know? I was like, Shazam, God, this is perfect, dude, I'm so stoked. And Aquaman, I'm like, okay, it's cool, it's cool. It's rad, I can dig it. Yeah. But you know what I mean? So I thought I'm going to watch it, wait for tomorrow, which was this morning. I've watched it 2 or 3 times today. And, you know, I got to be honest, man, I'm not like super stoked about this trailer. I'm not being negative. I think Jason Momoa is cool. I like him as in that role. The trailer has some beautiful shots. Yeah. Gorgeous scenery, magical, sci-fi, fantasy, just a combination of a lot of different things. I don't really know what it is, Bill. I think
I'm with you 100%. There was something about it. It just didn't completely jive with me, and I can't put my finger on it yet.
I think part of it for me is I don't like this surfer bro thing they do with him. And they played that up a little bit in Justice League, and I didn't like those moments. The moments in Justice League I liked were when he first meets Bruce, and he's walking with him, and they're talking about everything. He's like, I need you, whatever. He's like, you know, you're crazy, Bruce Wayne, dressed like a bat, I dig it. And he jumps in the ocean. All this stuff. Momoa's just, I said this earlier, he's just a cool dude. And, you know, I don't think you have to try to make him cool. Just let him be who he is. The guy's just cool when he walks on camera. He can't help himself. When you start getting into all that, yo, redheads, yo, bro, badass. I'm sorry. I'm not, it doesn't resonate with me. It's very stiff, and it's very kind of cheesy. And I don't know. I hate to say that because I don't want to not be excited for this movie, and I'm not excited for it yet. The trailer's gorgeous, but none of the dialogue gets me.
Look,
that's part of it.
Have you showed Marty either one?
No, I don't really want to show her the Jason Momoa trailer. You know, she's, you know, all I hear about is how hot he is for 3 days.
Well, look, I'm not
real interested in it.
I showed announcer Rachel.
I mean, the dude's a stud. There's no doubt about it. Yeah.
I mean, I showed announcer Rachel both. Now you got me laughing. And she was like, she goes, with Shazam, she goes, that's cute. Okay? That was really cute.
Mm-hmm.
Aquaman, she goes, I just don't like all that stuff. I'm not into that, you know. And maybe it's just because she's not a dude, she's not into that. But she loves the Batman, the Dark Knight trilogy stuff. So
she liked Man of Steel. Listen, there's some good moments in the Aquaman trailer, and I like the footage of the little boy at the beginning, where they're at the aquarium, and the shark comes over to kind of have his back. I thought all that worked. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, I'm never gonna judge a movie by a trailer, because you know what? I may go into Shazam pumped up because of trailers and publicity and go, this sucks. And then
this sucks.
And then go into Aquaman is like awesome. You know, you just
totally righteous.
Yeah, you just don't. You never know. So,
Aqua bro.
With first opinion, I mean, that's all it is. First opinion. Shazam, the first trailer, knocked my socks off. Loved it. A+ all the way.
A+ for me.
Aquaman, I was underwhelmed, and it was like
B- for me.
Yeah, I was going to say B-, C+, somewhere in that little, slightly above average range.
Yeah, because there's still some really cool stuff in it, and he's still cool. Yeah. And but again, just the whole badass bro thing, man. They don't even need him to do it. That's the thing. Like, just let him be cool.
It's got to be in the damn script. He's got to be written like that. I think.
Oh, I'm not blaming him for it.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, they're playing that up.
Yeah, I think because I think Juan is a really, he's one of those anal filmmakers. Like, it's in the script, so that's what we're going to say. Type of directors. I do not believe it's Momoa just riffing.
Yeah.
Going ad-libbing and whatnot.
No, I don't either. And even if he is, he's doing it in the context of what the director's wanting him to do.
Yeah.
So, and again, let's wait to see the movie anyway. Maybe they showed, and there were like 3 or 4 moments like that. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's all of it.
Well, I've already thought about it. I'm going to do it today at some point. We'll have a Shazam watch party for sure. Shazam BOF Shazam watch party. We'll decide where we're going to have it at.
When does that come out again?
April? No. Yeah, April. In April.
Let's do it in Austin.
Maybe. Yeah, that'll work.
We'll talk about it.
Okay. And I'm sure that probably some of the other BOF guys will want to do one in LA. Justin probably do one in LA, and
we'll get Justin to Austin.
Yeah. Well, if he'd like to.
And get Ryan to Austin.
We'll have some satellite if we need to, but yeah, I'm thinking Austin on that one, Rick. Let's do that again. That was cool. That whole venue where we went, it's awesome. It's pretty good too.
I'm still, even though the first poster was kind of lame to me and this trailer was just okay, I'm still on board, man. It's still cool.
Okay.
It still overall looks cool.
Yeah. So look, the whole presentation is a win for me. Well done, Warner Brothers. I tip my hat to you. Tip my hat to you. It's almost football season, Rick.
Yeah. Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Ready for football season. So, well done. I'm glad you didn't do all that nonsense. Way to go. That's all I got. And overall, great. Give me A+ on Shazam, C+, B- on Aquaman, and that's it. That's all I got.
So Superman and Batman from B versus S exist in Shazam. Where does this leave Batman? Conversation for another day.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that's got my head spinning. Like, where is this going?
Yeah. Well, if we're taking Affleck out, you only have 3. There's three possibilities. Either Matt Reeves is its own thing in its own universe that has nothing to do with either other films. It's a prequel with a younger actor playing the same Batman, or they recast Batman, the older Batman, and have an older actor playing the same older Batman as Ben Affleck played. That's it. That's your 3 options.
That's all that they can do.
I think a prequel where you can soft reboot as you move forward, and you're really doing that with everything. Even with Aquaman and Wonder Woman, you're leaving behind what was before. Cavill has said that, right, Rick?
Mm-hmm.
Time to leave everything else in the past, move forward. So I'm with Cavill, and maybe you prequel slash reboot slash Batman Forever, whatever Fraser it, Amnesia it, whatever we want to use term with Batman, and just move forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, one last thing here. You know what trailer is really freaking awesome, dude? Glass.
Oh, Glass. I can't wait for that Glass.
It's kind of gotten lost in the chatter here because the Glass looks
it kind of
strong.
Like came out Friday, and that's a good little trilogy right there. Unbreakable, Split, and then Glass.
Yeah.
Looking cool. Looking awesome. All right. You got anything to plug, or are you ready to go?
Shewrick on Twitter. SHEWRICK.
All right. At Batman on Film on Twitter. That New York screening that we're going to see and label it a Batman on Film watch party. I think that thing for the Dark Knight on August 25th. That thing sold out. So hope to see some of you BOFers there. I know some of you have emailed me or messaged me and said I'm gonna be there. So come on out. We'll have fun. All right, that's all I got. Batman on Film, Rick. Authoritative, definitive. And the dadgum original. All right, we will catch you next time. Thanks for watching.
Later, bro.